Seeing and hearing and touch are three of our senses. We get knowledge through our eyes, seeing, through our ears, hearing, and through our fingers, touching. These are three of our chief senses. Another sense is taste. This is a man's tongue. These are his lips. This is his chin. The chief work of the tongue is tasting. Here is some white powder on a plate. It may be salt or it may be sugar. Which is it, salt or sugar? She is tasting the powder. She has some of it on her finger. She is putting some of the powder on her tongue. She is tasting it. We get salt from the sea. The water in the sea has salt in it. We get salt from salt mines. Some mines are deep. They go far down into the earth. We get sugar from plants. We get it from the stems of some plants. We get sugar from the roots of some plants. The salt or sugar which we put in our food is white powder. The taste of sugar is sweet. This is a cake. It has white sugar on the top. Cakes with sugar on them are very sweet. This is an orange. This is its skin. Some oranges are sweet, but the taste of their skin is bitter. Salt has a salt taste. Sugar has a sweet taste. To the eyes, salt and sugar seem the same, but to some tongue, they are very different. Their taste is very different. Salt, sugar. What is the work of the nose? What do we do with our noses? She has a flower in her hand. She is smelling the flower. Some flowers have sweet smell. Some flowers have no smell. This is grass. These flowers are in the garden. They have a sweet smell. These are pigs. Some pigs are dirty. Some pigs are clean. See page 5. The smell of dirty pigs is not sweet. It is a bad smell. This is smoke. This is a fire. Some smoke has good smell. The smell may not be sweet, but it may be a good smell. He is smoking a pipe. Is the smell of the smoke good? We see things with our eyes and we see their colors. Here are some names of colors: green, blue, white, red, yellow, gray. What is the color of grass and leaves in spring? Grass and leaves in spring are green. What is the color of this girl's lips? Her lips are red. The sky is blue. It is blue when it is clear. The color of some clouds is white. Other clouds are gray. The sun is yellow. Sometimes when it is going down or coming up, it is red. This flame is yellow. We see things with our eyes. We see the sizes and colors of things. Sometimes things seem to our eyes greater or smaller than they are. They are not what they seem. This man is tall. This man is short. This is a tall woman. This is a short woman. Here are two men. Do they seem the same size? Which of them seems taller? Does the man who is farther seem taller than the man who is nearer? These pictures of them are the same size. The lines in the picture make the man who is nearer seem shorter. Seeing, hearing, touch, taste, and smell are the five senses. But we have more than 5 senses. Which are some of the other senses? Our sense of how warm or how cold things are is another. Here is some cold water with ice in it. It is very cold. Here is some water in a kettle. The water is boiling. Steam is coming out of the kettle. Here are 3 basins. The basin to the right has very warm water in it. The basin to the left has cold water in it. The basin in the middle has water which is not cold and not warm in it. Very cold, very warm. I put my hands in the basins at the sides. One of my hands is in the cold water, the other is in the warm water. I keep them there for a time. Now I am putting them together into the middle basin where the water is not cold and not warm. What is this? This water seems warm to one hand and it seems cold to the other. It is the same water, but it seems cold and warm at the same time. Why is this? It is because one hand was in warm water and the other in cold water before I put them in this middle basin. Another sense is our sense of motion. Here is a seat which goes round and round. A man is in the seat. He is going round and round. At first, he has a feeling that he is in motion. He has the feeling that he is going round. The seat with the man in it keeps on turning round at the same rate. It does not go quicker. It does not go slower. After a time, the man has a feeling that he is not in motion. But there is no change in the rate at which the seat is turning. It is going round the same number of times a minute. After a time, if the rate of turning is the same, the man seems to himself to be at rest, not in motion. He is like all the men and women on the earth. We are all turning round all the time with the earth, but we seem to ourselves to be at rest. We have no feeling that we are in motion. This is because the rate of turning is the same. The man is in motion. He seems to himself to be at rest. Here are 3 boys and a duck. 2 of the boys are taking a rest. They are resting on their beds. The other boy and the dog are in motion. Now, put a stop to the motion of the seat. When you do that, the seat is at rest. The man is not in motion. But he has a feeling that he is turning round and round. This is a picture of his feelings. He is not turning round, but he seems to himself to be turning round, and everything round him seems to be turning round. Why is this? It is because change in our motion is the cause of our feeling of motion. Through our sense of motion, we get knowledge of changes in the rate and direction of our motion. What is he doing? He is hammering. This is his hammer. These are nails of different sizes. He is putting the cover on box. He is nailing down the cover of the box. The cover is on the top of the box. The blows of the hammer make a noise. He is making a very loud noise. Mary has her hands over her ears. "What a noise!" she's saying. "What a noise you are making!" Some noises are loud. These are guns. Guns make loud noises. Those guns make more noise than this gun. What is this? It is a whistle. It is a steam whistle. It is making a loud noise. This boy has a pocket whistle. He is making some noise with it, but not much noise. This is music. This is a song. These are notes. This is a high note. This is a low note. This is a very high mountain. These are high mountains. This is a high building. It is a church. This is a low building. Noises and songs are sounds. What are sounds? They are the effects of the waves in the air. These are waves in a cord. One end of the cord is fixed to a tree, and the boy has the other end. He's shaking it up and down. With every shake, he sends a wave down the cord to the tree. As the wave goes down the cord, this part which was up goes down, and this part which was down goes up. These are waves in the air. They come to our ears. They have effect in our ears and brains. Those effects are sounds. Here is a brain. The part of the brain which does not most work in hearing has the word hearing on it. The most? Some things have water in them. This cup has some water in it. This bucket has more water in it. The sea has the most water in it. Some animals have brains. A horse has some brains. A monkey has some brains. And a person has the most brains of the three. I have $2. You have $20. He has $1,000. He has more money than we have. You have more than I have. He has the most money. I have less money than he has. I have less than you have. I have the least money. The most, $1,000. More, 20. Less, $2. The least. This is the highest note. This is a lower note, but it is higher than this note. Which is the lowest note of the three? Farming is an important sort of work. Is it more important than banking? This mine is deep. This mine is deeper. This mine is the deepest of the three. This plate has some salt on it. This plate has more salt on it. This plate has the most salt on it. It has more salt on it than the other plates. This is a good book. These are two other good books. One of them is better than the others. It is the best book of the three. This is a bad fire. This is a worse fire. This is the worst fire of the three. She is looking at herself in a looking glass. Again and again, every day she takes a look at herself in a glass. Whenever she sees a looking glass, she goes to it and takes a look at herself. Why? Because looking at herself in the glass gives her pleasure. She is beautiful. She sees that she is beautiful. Looking at himself in the glass gives him no pleasure. It gives him pain. Why? He sees himself. Is he beautiful? Far from it. Pleasure? What is that? Pain? What is that? Put your finger in the flame. No, I will not. Why not? Because of the pain. Here is a nail. You put your fingernail over the nail, and I will give it a blow with this hammer. No. No, you will not. I see what pain is now. I see what the sense of the word pain is now. This is another use of the word sense. That is pain. Pleasure is the opposite of pain. Opposite? Good is the opposite of bad. You understand? Good weather. The day is bright. The air is warm. The sky is blue. They are happy. Bad weather. The wind is blowing. The rain is falling. It is cold. It is wet. They are unhappy. Bright is the opposite of dark. Warm is the opposite of cold. White is the opposite of black. What is the opposite of dry? See page 8. What is the opposite of happy? Which of these is a high building? What is the other? What is the opposite of narrow? Is the street narrow? Up is the opposite of down. In is the opposite of out. In, out. Out, 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 in. To, from, to, from, to, from, to, from, to, from. To is the opposite of from. Pleasure is the opposite of pain. Beautiful things give us pleasure. When she sees herself in the glass, she sees that she is beautiful. That gives her pleasure. When I say that she is beautiful, that gives her pleasure. You are beautiful. There is a smile on her face now. Why is the smile there? It is there because she has a feeling of pleasure. Her pleasure is the cause of her smile. She is saying to herself, I am beautiful. She is saying to herself that she is beautiful. A smile does not make a sound. A laugh makes a sound. A laugh is a smile with a sound. This is a great painting by Leonardo. Its name is Mona Lisa. The picture is beautiful. That is certain. Was the woman beautiful? Was Lisa herself beautiful? That is not certain. I have my idea of that. He has his idea. She had her idea. We may have different ideas of how beautiful that woman was. There is no measure of the beautiful. She may or may not be beautiful, but it is certain that she has a smile on her lips. That is certain. It is not certain that she is beautiful. 2 and 2 are equal to 4. That is certain. 2 and 2 are not equal to 5. That is certain. It is certain that 2 and 2 are equal to 4. A is equal to B, and B is equal to C, and C is equal to D. So A is equal to D. Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. Things which are like one another may be equal, or they may not. These two are like one another, but they are not equal. A smile is like a laugh, but a laugh makes a sound. This girl is laughing. She is happy. She has a fall. She gives a cry. Oh! Now she is crying. She is not laughing now. She is crying. Why? Because she gave her knee a blow in her fall. This is her knee. She was on her feet. Then she was on her face. She had a fall. The fall was the cause of the blow to her knee. The blow was the cause of the pain in her knee. And the pain in her knee was the cause of her cry. Pleasure and pain are feelings. We have feelings of pleasure and pain. Here are some pleasures. He is on the sand at the seaside, looking at and hearing some sounds of the waves and warming himself in the sun. These are pleasures. Now he is taking a swim in the sea. He is swimming through the waves. He is a good swimmer. To a good swimmer, swimming is a pleasure. Now he is resting in the sun again after his swim. After the water, the sun on his skin is a pleasure to him. Pleasure and pain are feelings. When we put our fingers on things, we have feelings. Feelings of touch, of heat and cold. But this is another use of the word feeling. The man is feeling the bit of wood with his fingers. Is it rough or is it smooth? This is rough. This is smooth. Things which give us pleasure have an attraction for us. But it is not the same sort of attraction as the attraction between the earth and the moon. See pages 82-83. Our feeling of this attraction is named desire. When we have pleasure, we have a desire for the pleasure to go on and go on. Time goes on. The hands of the clock go on. Our feelings may or may not go on. Some desires are stronger than others. This baby sees the cat and he sees his ball. The cat has an attraction for him. He has a desire for the cat. His ball has an attraction for him. He has a desire for the ball. Which will he go to? If his desire for the cat is stronger than the desire for the ball, he will go to the cat. He went to the cat. His desire for the cat was stronger. All our desires are for things which seem good to us. They may not be good. Our ideas of them may be wrong. We get knowledge by putting questions. That is one way of getting knowledge. The answers may give us knowledge or they may not. When the answers are right, they give us knowledge. When they are wrong, they do not give us knowledge. 2 and 2 is equal to 4. It is right. 2 and 2 is equal to 5. That is wrong. How far is the sun from the earth? Which is the right answer? It is 2 miles away, or it is much more than 2 miles away. Which is the wrong answer to the question? Which is his right hand? Which is his left hand? He is facing you. Now he has his back to you. Which is his left hand now and which is his right? Our senses, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling, are ways through which we get knowledge. Our ideas come to us through our senses. This is a doorway. The way into the room is through the door. The way out of the room is through the door. Which is the way to the station? Take the first street to the right. This man had no knowledge of the way to the station. Now he has the knowledge. The station. The way to the station. We get knowledge in different ways. Through our senses, through talk with others, through the work we do with our hands and our heads, and through books. These are all ways of getting knowledge. Knowledge is very important. It is important in itself. Knowledge is very important. It is important in itself, and it is important as a way to other things. A person who has no knowledge is of no use to others. Is the word use part of your knowledge of English? See page 99. Knowledge gives us light. It makes things clearer to us. This is a boy. He will be a man. He was a baby. He seems to be about 12 years old now. Every night he has a long sleep in his bed. He goes to bed at 8 every night. He gets up every morning at 7. He gets out of bed and gives himself a good wash. He puts his clothing on. He says good morning to his mother and father and takes his place at the table. At school he sees his friends and does his work. He keeps his thoughts on his work. He does not let his thoughts go off to other things. At play after school he sends the ball a long way. He makes it go a long way. Then he comes back from school. Here he is with the family again. Men and women are persons. They have their work. They put and take things and give and get them. They come and go. They see and say things, keep things and let them go, make and send them. Some seem happier than others. All these sorts of things are done by men and women. Things are put and taken by them. Things are given and got by them. Things are seen and said by them. Things are kept and let go by them. Things are made and sent by them. Eve saw the apple. She took it. She gave it to Adam. Eve did these things. The apple was seen by her. It was taken by her. It was given by her to Adam. These things were done by Eve. We may say this in two ways. She saw the apple and took it and gave it to Adam. This may be said in two ways. The apple was seen by Eve and taken and given by her to Adam.